Critical thinking is the use of logic and reasoning to problem solve. It is asking yourself those internal questions before making decisions. In order to critically think, you must be able to reflect and be adaptable. Critical thinking involves using the cortex. So how do you get there? It's hard for kids, especially ones dealing with trauma, to tap into that part of the brain. For example, have you ever been frustrated with a kid because he is such a concrete thinker? Or raised your voice to a student who was hyperactive and distracting others? Kids who are dealing with trauma are already in distress a majority of the time they walk into the classroom, and this can come off as looking like defiance and hyperactivity as well as many other things. When someone is in this state, they have difficulty using critical thinking because their heart rate is already pacing and their thoughts are most likely coming from the limbic system. It does not take much to trigger them when they are in this phase, which could revert them back even further to the midbrain and brainstem. If they reach that point, you are going to notice screaming, physical aggression, elopement, because at that point, they have pretty much reverted back into being a toddler or infant in their thinking. At this point, to calm them, you need to give them some space and talk to them in a very calm and nurturing tone. Be aware of your body language and make sure it matches your tone in order to not escalate the situation. Once you think they are ready, try and get them to engage in a rhythmic activity. Possibly use music with a beat around 70 to 80 beats per minute, something that could mimic a mother's heartbeat. Once you notice them calming, you could try to talk to them about a subject they enjoy to redirect their attention. Once you feel they are fairly calm, now you can reflect a little on their behaviors. This will oftentimes re-escalate them a little, and they will try to justify why they did something. See if they will engage with you in some deep breathing techniques. A majority of kids will tell you that that doesn't work for them. Inform them that if done correctly, it has to work. Model a diaphragmatic breathing technique where you breathe in for 4 seconds, pause for 4, and then slowly release for 4. You can then educate them on how this interrupts their thinking, because for that short amount of time, they were focused on the breathing, and it also slows their heart rate down. If done enough times and correctly, they will eventually calm. Explaining this to them often makes them more willing to try it. Once they are fairly calm, ask them if they are ready to get back to work. Finally, praise them for being able to calm. It sounds like a long process, but if they are not able to use their cortex for critical thinking, then they will struggle to learn the material, be a distraction to others, and make your life more stressful.
Created using Powtoon.